morning, Chonanda. I am Dr. V. Mahendra Mani, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Islamia College, Vaniambadi. Today we discuss about southern blotting. So southern blotting is a analytical techniques. It is used in molecular biology and genetics for the purpose of identification of specific gene in a whole genome. For example, our human chromosome is made up of 3 million nucleotides. From that, you want to find out a few thousand spare nucleotide. For example, you want to find an insulin gene out of 3 million nucleotides, you are going to find it. Otherwise, you want to find a mutation, a particular mutation from the whole genome, you are going to find by using southern blotting. So, southern blotting techniques, first the DNA is fragmented because our genome is very large, huge. So, it is going to be fragmented by using restriction endonucleases enzymes. After the fragmentation, the fragmented DNA can be separated by agarose electrophoresis, and again this agarose gel is transferred to southern blot apparatus, where a membrane filter, the nitrocellulose membrane filter is used, where the DNA from the gel is transferred to the membrane, and after that it can be identified by hybridized with a complementary probe with radio labeled components. After that, autoradiography is a method used to identify a complementary base pair of targeted DNA. So the southern blot is named after its inventor, the British biologist called M.E. Southern. So there are several steps of southern blot is there, each and every step going to discuss elaborately. So extraction and purification of DNA from the cell. First, the DNA is isolated from different sources. For example, it may be isolated from the bacteria, it may be isolated from the tissue homogenate, it may be isolated from the viral genome, wherever it is possible, any source. It may be tissue extract, whatever it is. So this kind of cell is made up of protein, DNA, RNA surrounding lipid bilayer. So first you are going to degrade the lipid bilayer, the outer membrane, by using some detergent, and protein can be degraded by proteases treatment, and RNA can be degraded by RNA treatment. After that, by using several washing method and the centrifugation method, the DNA is separated and purified separately. So this is the first step. DNA first separated from the target cell following a standard method of genomic DNA, and extracted, then purified by using this method. The extracted DNA is restricted, digested by using endonuclease into different multiple fragments. So this is genomic DNA, is overall genome. So we are going to restrict a fragment by using multiple fragment by using multiple restriction enzymes. This is the second step of the southern blot. After that restriction fragmentation, the fragmented DNA is separated by using agarose gel electrophoresis. So agarose gel electrophoresis is specific for DNA. The DNA is negative charge. So by using agarose as a supporting medium, where the samples are put together, and according to their size, according to their molecular weight, the DNA is migrated. So larger molecular weight are migrated slow, smaller molecular weight compound migrated fast. So it according to their size, according to the molecular weight, it can be separated through agarose gel electrophoresis. After depurination is a step. It is an optional step because the fragmented DNA greater than 50 kilobase pair, it is very difficult to transfer by using blotting membrane. So depurination helpful to solve this issue by making the DNA into smaller fragment. The depurination agent is 0.2 molar HCl for 15 minutes. It is an optional method one. Next, denaturation. So before the DNA always the double strand. So if it is double strand, the probe cannot be bind. So the DNA, fragmented DNA should be converted into single strand. So denaturation by alkali hydrolysis or alkali solution, sodium hydroxide or sodium chloride treatment makes that double stranded DNA into single stranded DNA, that is called as denaturation. Blotting. So these are the steps we previously studied. First, the genome is isolated. They are fragmented into multiple fragments by using multiple restriction enzymes. They are electroporous through agarose electrophoresis. The gel is now transferred to the blotting apparatus called as southern blotting apparatus. This is the southern blotting apparatus where it made up of some buffer, then some filter papers. After that, you keep that gel into above the filter paper. Above that gel, you have a membrane, a nitrocellulose filter paper membrane is there. Again, you can put some Wattman number 1 filter paper and ordinary filter paper. Some weight is put together. So after the again electrophoresis, the DNA present in the gel is transferred to the nitrocellulose filter paper membrane. This is the blotting. So the DNA transfer from the filter paper. So now the filter paper is taken out. The filter paper is in the buffer medium, is it in the wet now. So we are going to make a dry by using baking method. The baking method commonly use regular oven for 80 degrees Celsius for 2 to 3 hours. So it makes the filter paper to dry. So after that filter paper, nitrocellulose filter paper is taken out, and whatever the gene of interest going to be identified, you have the sequence. So the sequence can be taken from NCBI, National Center for Biological Information. So there is a probe is there. The probe is complementary to the sequence to be analyzed, the DNA to be analyzed. If it is insulin, you take the complementary sequence to the insulin. The probe may be 15 to 50 nucleotide base pair. The probe is designed by the companies and the probe is radio labeled. So the radio labeled probe is ready. So now the filter paper, nitrocellulose filter paper is ready. If you put this radio labeled probe over the nitrocellulose filter paper, wherever the DNA is complementary to that probe, it's going to be hybridized. So this is hybridized. This is a target DNA is going to be hybridized. It is a radio labeled component, the emitting radio labeled. After that, hybridization method is going to be deducted. So next is washing method. So you are adding probe, radio labeled probe over the nitrocellulose filter paper. Wherever it is bound, some unbound probe also available. So some unbound available probes are removed by using washing method. This washing buffer, that is 0.3% weight by volume between 20, generally used to remove the unbound radio labeled in the nitrocellulose filter paper, to remove unbound radio labeled probes. After that, the nitrocellulose filter paper with radio labeling component, if it is a gene of interest is available, the radio labeled component going to hybridize, that can be detected by using autoradiography. So if the gel with the DNA to be identified, the radio labeled probe complementary to the DNA going to bound. If the probe bound to the DNA, the probe with radio labeled component also bound. So this can be identified by autoradiography. If you keep that nitrocellulose filter paper after the hybridization method, it emitting radiation, radio emitting component, where the radio labeled emission is there at the place of the gel the DNA of identify DNA is present. If you want to identify a gene of interest of insulin, the radio label wherever is emitted, the insulin present is there. So is the overall method. First the genome is isolated by using restriction digestion. It can be fragmented into multiple fragments that can be electroporous using Amoroger electrophoresis. After the gel is transferred to the blotting apparatus. Over the blotting apparatus, the nitrocellulose filter paper is there. The DNA present in the gel is transferred to the nitrocellulose filter paper. The nitrocellulose filter paper is baking using oven, and then DNA probe is added. The DNA probe is going to be bound with the complementary DNA of interest, and washing step to remove unbound probe. Then it is exposed to X-ray film autoradiography, going to found where the DNA of identified DNA is present by using Southern blotting. So these are the different application of Southern blotting. First, this Southern blotting used to identify specific gene from the overall genome. For example, human genome having nearly 30,000 genes are present. From that 30,000 gene, you want to identify a single gene by using Southern blotting. Next, preparation of identification of restriction fragment length polymorphism, that is mean variation in the genome, variation in the gene, variation in this gene sequence can be mapped by Southern blotting. And you want to identify a specific mutation or any gene rearrangement from the overall genome. It used to identify the mutation, is used to identify genetic disorder by using Southern blotting. In the criminal forensic department, DNA fingerprinting method used as a Southern blotting. Detection and identification of transgene. In the recombinant DNA technology, some transfer gene from the one genome to one organism to another organism can be identified through the Southern blotting. Mapping restriction site. So there are several hundreds of restriction sites. Restriction enzymes are there. So this is the Southern blotting method used to analyze the restriction site of the particular restriction enzyme. Diagnosis of infective disease, viral. For example, now coronavirus is there. So identification of coronavirus. Diagnosis of coronavirus. Coronavirus is made up of RNA but not a DNA. If the viral genome is made up of DNA virus can be identified through the Southern blotting. Prognosis of cancer, prenatal diagnosis of genetic disease, mutation can be identified through Southern blotting. And then determination of molecular weight of restriction fragment to measure the relative amount of different sample can be identified through Southern blotting. These are the different applications of Southern blotting. Thank you very much for watching this video. So if you want to download this PPT presentation, it can be available in slideshare.com and academia.edu. Finally, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.